Good evening. How is everybody this evening? I hope everybody is doing well. Uh, I don't even think we broke 40 degrees here in New York today. It has definitely been a chilly day up here. So, of course, I'm wearing a muscle shirt. You're probably like, well, why are you wearing a muscle shirt? Um, when I do these streams, I have this light that's right here. It gets very, very warm. And I, of course, have the wood stove going. But I always keep a window open all winter long anyway, so that's what that's what I do. So, but anyway, we're gonna get into this video here shortly, and we're gonna be talking about people who've had enough and they're doing something about it. So we're gonna get into that very very shortly. But before we get going, first time here on here. Oh, hey Vicky, well welcome here with us all. You'll hopefully like our chats. We have good family friendly chats and. We keep the language clean and we don't let people act like morons in the chat because we can't allow that because it just makes it a unpleasant experience for people when people don't act decent. So having said that, I will say I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. uh, no racism, no nastiness, nothing like that. Just keep it kind. If you cannot follow those easy simple rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here. So because we don't tolerate that. We like to have a good discussion. I definitely like to have people interact. I think it's a good thing. I think positive stuff is always a good thing. So anyway, so well, I wanted to tell you guys a couple things first. There was a couple of points that I want to make, with the discussion before we get into everything. Oh, one of the things I did want to let everybody know for tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to be doing an extra live stream for my members only, and it's going to be all member levels. So anybody that is a member of the channel can join us in that chat. So that will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So I will put up a reminder. I'll try to do that sooner because a lot of times I have a tendency to do it, a few hours before I'm going to do the stream. So I'm going to try to get that up sooner for you guys and do the members. So, but members only chat tomorrow night, 8 p.m. If you are interested in being a member and being involved in that, go over to the main page of YouTube. You will see members or join. It says a join button. You click on that. It has 3 levels of membership. Every Monday for my hardcore preppers, I do a private live stream. So no, New Jersey did not go red as well, JJ. They're saying that it stayed blue. So, but yeah, the biggest news out there that everybody's talking about, obviously, is the Virginia flipping after 12 years of being blue, flipping back over to red, and a Republican governor. So we'll talk about that, and I want to make something really, really clear on that. Okay, do I think it's better, in my personal opinion, that you have a Republican governor? Yeah, because the Democrats are trying to give everything under the sun away to everybody that has not worked 1 minute in this country to get it. If you're going to give things away, give it to the people that have actually, in my opinion, I'm giving you my opinion, you give it to people that have earned it. And that would be our veterans, number one. They should definitely be at the front of the line for any freebies that are going to be given out there. Let's take care of our own first before we start worrying about, hurting the feelings of people that came into this country illegally. And but anyway, and I am not, I'm going to put it right out here right in the beginning of this chat. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm not independent. I actually, be honest with you, I'm not into politics at all. I don't like politics. I mean, I don't follow one party because I believe, and again, I'm going to give you my opinion. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It is an illusion if you think that this party is going to help you better than that party. Uh, the At the end of the day, you're going to be screwed no matter what by whatever power is in charge because realistically, Democrat or Republican. They're going to take care of their rich friends, the special interest groups that got them elected. That's who they're going to take care of first and foremost, no matter what. So, but I think that a lot of Democrats have absolutely lost their mind, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. And with some of the stuff that they're trying to do, I think is insane. You know, you can't spend your way out of debt. It doesn't work that way. They got to be smarter, all of them, all the politicians. But again, it's about greed at the end of the day and lining their own pockets. So, hey Ed, my husband is watching Restored on the big TV while I'm watching you on my phone. Oh, that's cool. That's very, very cool. Well, I'm glad to have you both here watching. I think that that's awesome. Cherokee Man 71, I fall in the middle somewhere, Ed. And that's okay. Like I said, guys, if you want to be a Republican, if you want to be a Democrat, be whoever you want to be. But realize, and this is, again, I'm giving you my opinion, realize that at the end of the day, they don't care about us, either party. They will give us lip service. You look at what, okay, so the Democrats rely heavily on the black vote. Well, then, shouldn't those inner cities be like Shangri La? Shouldn't they be awesome and everything is there and they got everything under the sun? No, they're cesspools. Democratic run cities, for the most part, you look at Rochester, New York, Buffalo, New York. You can go with Syracuse, New York. You can look at Chicago, Washington, D.C., you know, up in Minnesota and all that. Any major, Minneapolis, Minnesota is what I'm talking about. Any major, Detroit, Michigan. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Oz. If that's, yeah, right. Any major Democratic run city, they've run those cities into the ground and they don't help the people there, which blows me away. Let's throw Chicago on that list. I don't think I put Portland as another one. They destroy these cities and people just keep voting for these morons over and over and over again. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. When the results don't change, it's time to change them. Okay, it's time to do something different. So, anyway, what do we got? We're at 463 in the chat already. We got 171 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you very, very much ahead of time. I do appreciate that. It really does help. Also, with the algorithms, the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel for that reason as well. So I would ask for you to shoot that thumbs up for that reason as well. Of course, the third reason, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. And it really, like I said, it's just that part of it, it's a game for me. But the interaction is a good thing. It helps the channel. So I thank you for doing that. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So, but anyway, so, uh, you know, it amazes me, and I'm going to put this out here. It amazes me. We had 4 years of Trump. And what did the media do for 4 years straight? Everything in their power to drag him down, pull him down, uh, you know, not let him try to get credit for anything. Anything that went bad was his fault. Anything that went bad in the beginning of this administration now, they blame Trump, right? It's absolutely insanity, in my opinion. The media is, coddling Biden, but yet actions speak louder than words, and our economy has gone in the toilet. It's not recovering like they say it's recovering. You look at the prices of everything have gone through the roof. And yeah, Orange Man bad, exactly. That was their mantra. They could say anything you wanted to about him, and that was fine. But now we have our little "Let's Go Brandon." Love it, I do love it. And but now all of a sudden that's not nice, and you can't be saying that type of stuff. So it's absolutely, the media is kissing his behind. But where's his approval rating? It's absolutely right down the toilet, because even the Democrats are waking up and realizing, oh my God, we elected a moron. So, You get what you want, I guess, or you get what you ask for. That's kind of how I always look at that. But anyway, so with the situation, Virginia flipping over now, they are red with the governor. That should be a huge wake up call for the Democrats with next year's elections coming up. I think you're going to see both the House and the Senate will flip red. But see, here's the weird thing with this, and I want you guys to understand this, okay? And I watch this and I wonder, and I always say to myself, don't people get it? They don't get it. Every 4 years, right? Things ain't going the way we want it. Somebody's insensitive and they've hurt our feelings and all those type of things. So we want something different. So every 4 years they go in and or every 2 years, the election for president's every four, but Congress, they offsetting it's 2 years. You see these people that, you know, they change. We got to have change. It's got to be something different. So this one's giving you lip service. Well, we're going to do better and we're going to make things better. But at the end of the day, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Your life and my life is not going to get better. At the end of the day, uh, Ed, do you think most people understand algorithms? Probably not, Sharon. Probably not. Well, because they don't do a channel, so they don't really have an idea of what it's entailed with all of that. So, hey, Michelle, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. She just became a beginner prepper, so thank you for that. So make sure tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Michelle, I will be doing my live stream for members only, so you can be part of that tomorrow. All right, and I try to do that here and there for all member levels at that level too, because I think it's more fun if we have more people in the discussions and in the chats for the membership shows. So, but these folks, you know, nothing changes. So no matter realistically at the end of the day, whoever you elect, it doesn't get better. It's not going to get better for you. Now, I honestly, and I'm going to give you again my opinion. I think because Trump wasn't a politician, he was a businessman. He scared the crap out of them because he was blunt and insensitive and said it like it was. They didn't like that. I love that because I thought it was funny. That's just me. Because I say it like it is. I don't sugarcoat stuff. If it hurts your feelings, that's your problem. That's kind of the way I've always been. I'm not going to try to go out there and intentionally be cruel to anybody. I would never do that. I don't. I think that's counterproductive. But you know, giving people a hard truth, and if it makes them uncomfortable, instead of giving them a lie so that they feel safe and in a secure place, I don't think that that's the way you should do it. You should tell them the truth. So I did want to bring up something. So, and I did talk about this when I did one of my recent videos, and I was talking about the bison trying to get off of the Yellowstone area and going different places. And so what I thought, oh, Asa says 261 likes and 10 trolls at the current count. Well, they're always going to be there. They're always going to be dedicated, but they're watching. That's what always will blow me away. They hate me, but they watch. So that's okay because they're helping me at the end of the day anyway. Um, but I did a recent video and I was talking about Yellowstone. Now, I mentioned this in the video. I said, normal migration, there's some of the bison are still doing somewhat of the normal migration, but a lot of them are trying to get off, right? So I mentioned that. So what do I get in the chat, or not the chat, in the comments? Well, it's a natural thing. They always migrate. They try to go off for greener stuff, this and that and that. So when I see that, I go, they didn't watch the video. They just saw the title, went in, made their comment, made themselves feel better, because we see, this is the thing. We have to feel better because we can't look at the reality that there is a possibility. Well, I shouldn't even say a possibility. There's definitely the reality at some point Yellowstone will go. And I will tell you this, if we were in that in our lifetime, if that happens in our lifetime, what would happen? Hello, you want to come up and say hi to everybody? Come on, come on. Oh, just put your head on me. Come on, Come on. Up. It's a girl. Um, because I'm usually yelling at her to get down. So that's why she was being cautious about coming up. But the reality is, like I said, if Yellowstone was going to go, there would be people at the up to the very end that would say, "Oh no, nothing's ever going to happen. That you're wrong. It's nothing's happening. Even though every animal within 200 miles is running away, nope, it's fine. It's normal. It's a normal thing." That's what people would say because they have to have their own security. They have to feel comfortable within themselves. So now somebody had said to me, "Oh, well, you give so much more attention to Hella than you do the other dogs." First of all, you don't see how much attention I give my other dogs on a regular basis. But Hella is a big galoot and she is very demanding. Now, she will get up in my face constantly. And she's still a puppy. She's just a little over a year old. She's a little petite flower. Are you? Yes. So, but she's definitely, I'll tell you right now, this is Daddy's girl. All right. Well, now you got to get down. Oh, oh, I had a girl. All right. All right, guys. So, all right. So, people are doing things about a lot of different things, not just out there voting, changing, which, again, in my opinion, at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that people are waking up and realizing that the Democrats are trying to give away the farm. That's my opinion. And that people are actually realizing that we need to stop giving away the farm. We need to stop shipping all of our business out of our country. We need to go back into being a manufacturing country. We need to make our own supplies. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be relying on ourselves and not everybody else to take care of us all the time. Yeah, she's petite, all right. Yeah, I call her my petite flower. When she stands up on her back feet, her paws hit me here. So she's she's a good dog though. Very very loyal. You know, my dog on the lab too, but she's only 15 pounds. Yeah, Hella's definitely over 100 pounds, I believe. So we sold out to China in the Davos group. Oh yeah, absolutely we did, and it was cheap labor. That's what it came down to. So who could make money? Big business. They don't have enough. How dare we cut into their profits? I want you guys to remember something, and I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this because the climate, the way that people talked about it, changed. Okay, and I want you to think about this. When back, God, I'm trying to think what was the year that they were doing it. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but there was a big uproar because CEOs were making such ridiculous amounts of money with bonuses, stock incentives, their pay, $6-8 million a year, stock options, other incentives, all this type of stuff, right? But the workers were being asked to sacrifice. They were cutting their benefits, cutting their pay because, oh my God, things were so tight. Now, I want you to remember that, right? So people were really freaking up in arms and they were protesting and they were actually going to these CEOs' mansions and stuff. Well, the aristocratic class can't have that happen, right? Can't have that happen. What changed? I want to tell you what changed. See, I pay attention to all these things, these little details. I find them amusing. Now, if you ask a lot of people, they will say, not everybody, but a lot of people will say, well, they deserve that kind of money because they've worked hard to get to where they have and and they run these companies. No, they don't. No, they don't deserve that kind of money. It's just like, yes, the gold parachutes as well. So the CEO runs a company into the ground. A great example would be there was a certain CEO that ran, well, a series of CEOs that ran Kodak into the ground. All right. And what did they get? So when they were getting rid of them, they gave them these huge incentive packages with health benefits and excellent. When you or I or get asked to leave a company, they give us nothing. They show us the door. You're not even going to get your vacation time, your sick time, none of it. You're not going to get any of that. So I always found it amazing, but now people think that these type of people deserve that type of money. I'll give you another good example of that, okay? Athletes. They're there to entertain us, right? That's what their job is. They're there to entertain us. These people are making ridiculous amounts of money. Now, are they sacrificing their bodies and beating themselves up? Like, especially like football players is a great example of that. They beat themselves up, but what happens is they're making ridiculous amounts of money. If you set a table and said, here's your incentive level, I always said everything should be incentive based. From the working class on up, everything should be incentive based. If the company does this, this is the bonus you're going to get. So it gives you a motivation being part of it to make that business better. But when there's no motivation, there's no reason for you to make any money because the CEO's making all the money. Where's your incentive? You don't have any. So, but anyway, that's what you're seeing now too. And I want to go. We're going to go back into the topic of the video. Once because I will go off the rails. It does happen. I will be honest. um, did you hear about China telling people to? Yes, yes. I talked about that in a video that I did earlier today. With the whole China situation, I think that is what State Farm does. It's all the whole thing. If you really realized how bad the manipulation was, politicians are in the pockets of big business. If you really paid attention and watched that, you would know that the politicians are bought and paid for. They should be, again, like NASCAR drivers wearing the vest and saying who owns them or who supports them. That's what they should have. But it is crazy. But people just continue to believe this illusion that, well, if we vote these people in, things are going to get better. If we vote these people in, things are going to get better, right? And it doesn't. It doesn't make any difference. It really, really doesn't at the end of the day, because the rich are going to get richer. They're going to take more and more and more away from us, and that's it. That's what happens. But what I'm going to tell you what I am seeing as well. So we're going to get back into, in a roundabout way, back onto topic. A lot of people are waking up. A lot, and I'm not talking the woke culture. I'm talking awake. A lot of people are waking up and realizing that we have been played for a long time. More and more people are waking up to that reality. So what are they doing about it? They're making changes in their life. They're making their lives better. I want you to think about this. So here I am. I live off grid, right? Not hooked up to power, not hooked up to the water. So I'm not hooked up to any of those municipalities. Who loses money because I'm not hooked up to that? Big business, right? The water authority, for whatever town you're in or stuff like that, if you are not hooked up to, and why is it okay to strive for wealth but not be wealthy though? How much is too much? You know what? There's nothing wrong with striving to get ahead and to have enough money to be comfortable. But realistically, how much is too much? I mean, when you look at people um, like Soros, and you look at people like Bill Gates, and you look at people like oh God, I'm trying to think of a couple of these modern guys, Mark Cuban, and those type of people. They have so much money that they get these little, like Branson. Branson's another one. That they get these little pet projects to play with. Tim Cook, yep, there's another one. Yep. So Elon Musk, that's who I was thinking of. Thank you, Cherokee Man 71. But and the answer is not taxing the rich. I'm going to tell you what, I'm a big believer in, Gary, and I'll tell you what, and I think that it would work great. A flat tax, a flat tax, say 15% across the board. So if you make $1, they're going to charge you 15 cents. If you make $10 billion, you're going to pay your 15% of that, and that's how it should be done. So then nobody can complain. Everybody is taxed the same. So if you want to boost yourself up and do better, your incentive is to put more money in your pocket. No more loopholes, no more getting away, no more overseas or offshore accounts. Period. This is it. End of story. We had Tom Golisano as another billionaire. Okay. So he was between here, New York, and Florida. Well, he ended up changing his residence to Florida because why? Taxes. He got taxed less because if he is a resident of Florida, even though his business is basically centered here in New York. So again, they're going to go every way that they can go to save a nickel and stuff like that. But yet, and this is what always killed me too. So a lot of these super, super rich people are philanthropists, right? They give away a lot of their money. But they're doing that because that is a tax write off for them. So he gave $10 million to Strong Memorial Hospital for a children's wing of the hospital. Tom Golisano did. Guess what the name of that is now? It's a Tom Golisano's children's, thing. So his name is attached to it. So he didn't just give $10 million anonymously and do it the right way and those type of things. He's got to make sure he gets a publicity for that and his name on there. So whenever I would go through Wegmans and they would say, do you want to donate to, whatever the hospital is or whatever? And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I would love to if they put my name on it too. So, me giving $10 is like Golisano giving 10 million. So why can't my name be on that hospital too? And I say that to make a point. You know what I mean? But it's just, and here's the thing is companies like Wegmans, when they ask you to either round up or if you want to give $2, $5, or $10, whatever that they're doing, I don't really know how much of that money actually goes towards the cause, but when it does, it doesn't say these were donations from our patrons at the store. This is a donation from Wegmans. There's another billionaire company. The Wegmans are doing. Danny Wegman is doing absolutely fantastic. Lots and lots and lots of money. So again, pay attention to that. The rich are always going to win at the end of the day. It's just like, and I think a lot of people don't realize it when you deal with the banks. The banks are not going to lose. They're covered. So like, and I'm going to give you a great example. So you go to the bank and you say, I would like to get a mortgage on XYZ house. Now, first of all, you get your 30-year mortgage. Oh, wonderful. Congratulations. You're approved. We're giving you this 30-year mortgage. What happens is two things. Unless you put 20% down, you have to have PMI until 20% of that, you own a 20% equity in that home. And then, of course, then you have to go in and cancel it. PMI, private mortgage insurance. Look it up if you don't believe me. Look on your things, look on your mortgages. You are paying, yeah, like Vegas, the house always wins. Exactly, Asif. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the donation as well. Let's see. Hey, Freddie left you. Had an altercation while trying to vote in central New York yesterday. They refused to let me vote without a mask on. They said it was law. They backed down. Oh, good. Well, that's awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that information. And thank you very much for the donation as well. And good for you for standing up for yourself. That is amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, because if you're going in a booth by yourself, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, the whole thing with that thing. So we're not even touch that. But anyway, let's see, where was I at here on my thought process? I was trying to share with you guys. Completely lost it. What was I just talking about? Somebody please refresh my mind because I am old and it happens. What was I? So while somebody's going to tell me that. We're at 708 in the chat. We have 352 on the thumbs. Oh, PMI. Yes, thank you very much. 352 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction, the higher it boosts us up in the algorithms as well. So I thank you for that reason as well. And of course, I like to see a lot of thumbs up as the third reason. So thank you for doing it for that reason as well. And again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications. Okay, so back to PMI. Private mortgage insurance. Does private mortgage insurance protect you? No, it protects the bank. So what does that mean? If you default on your loan or stop paying your loan, private mortgage insurance covers the bank. Who pays for the PMI? You do. The bank doesn't pay for that. You do. That's part of your mortgage payment. I was paying $71 a month in PMI on the last home that I had because that protects the bank. So if you default and don't pay your mortgage, which happens a lot, right? The bank is covered. Then what the bank does, it forecloses on you, kicks you out of the house, resells the house to somebody else, so they get the full value of what the mortgage was. Now remember this too, all loans are front loaded. They're all front loaded because most people don't stay in their homes. So it's front loaded. So the majority of what you're paying in the beginning of the first 5 years of your loan is primarily interest, not principal. It's a scam that is set up for them to win, and they always win. That's how it is. So if you think that the game is geared for you, you're wrong. Now, what you can do if you have a 30-year mortgage is pay extra every month because that extra goes against principal, which they cannot continue to charge you interest on. That's just part of it. Okay. So, uh, so anyway, so that's what happens with that. But people are waking up. They're getting smarter. They're realizing that we're being played. That a 30-year mortgage, you end up paying what, three times? I think it's three times what the original value of your loan. So it's all skewed one way. But people are getting smart. They're going, hey, I don't need the big house. I don't have to buy into this illusion that this puts me getting ahead. You know, the big house, two cars, your boat, your motorcycle, your ATVs, whatever the case may be, because you think that you have to have this stuff because that's the definition of being successful. When most people that have that big house, they're never there because they have to go to work to pay for that. In the way that the system is set up, it's set up for you to fail. They make you work all the time. You are a slave. That's exactly what you are. Hey, Asif, I paid off my house in 17 years rather than 30. And that's very smart. Very, very smart. And that's the way to do it. Thank you very much for sharing that information. But again, you pay more than you're supposed to. And the next thing, you're taking years off of your mortgage. Even paying an extra $100 a month on a mortgage, you will take years off at the end of your mortgage. So that's what happens. So, but anyway, what was I going to say? So it's an illusion. It really truly is an illusion, but more and more people are waking up. This is, again, we're going to come back to the point of this topic, that more people are waking up and are doing something about it. So people are realizing that we've been played. People like myself, I realized it years ago. So I downsized like crazy. I bought this property here. I bought a 14 by 40 lofted barn, which when I bought it, what did people say to me? Oh my God, you're going into debt again. And I said, I'm going into debt for 3 years, not 30. And after less than 3 years, I paid off the building. And I did save some at the back end of my payments. Uh, I was able to get the building converted into my home, and now it's completely paid for. And so, it's mine. It works out perfect. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, now, Prepper Nurse 1, you're still paying taxes, so you don't own it. Well, you know what? You hold on to that. I have a place that I can stay. It's mine as long as I pay my taxes. You're right. If I don't pay my taxes, they will come and they will take it and stuff like that. But you have to decide what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So I got away from suburbia. I got away from high tax counties, and moved into a county where the taxes are not as high. And I did that for a reason. We took 15 years to pay off a 30-year mortgage. Sharon Barrett just said. That's awesome. Again, that's the way to do it. That's exactly the way to do it. Elon Musk lives in a $50,000 house. Well, good. That's awesome. That's good, because a lot of those type of folks, they live in these huge mansions, and it doesn't make any sense. So, but, you know, a lot of people are changing the rhythm, changing what they're doing. And why do you think? And I want you to, so again, think about this. The tiny house movement happened, right? A lot of people were downsizing tiny houses, but in certain cities, in certain towns, you have to have a certain square footage of your home. You can't have a tiny home. Why? Well, because they're not making any money if you have a tiny home. They're not making money off of you, and that's what they want. You're a cash cow. So those are the things that people really don't get. They don't understand that, but it's all part of my county zoned out tiny homes. Yep, there you go. And why do you think they did that? It's control. It's always about control at the end of the day. So a lot of people are changing what they're doing. You know, they're changing what they're doing. So what they're doing is they're buying property further and further out into the country where you have less restrictive laws, where you don't have a homeowners association telling you what you can and cannot do, and all those type of things. And again, yeah, no mobile homes allowed. Exactly, that's another thing that they'll do because they can only make a certain amount of money on those type of residents, and they want to get optimum amount of money. That's part of the game. That's what people don't understand. It's part of the game. So, you know, but if you have paying 17K on 3,400 square foot and 26 acres in West Virginia, wow, or no, Western Maine. West Rooster Cogburn just said that. Yeah, that's brutal. That is brutal. That's a lot of freaking money. That's a lot of money in taxes. And you think about that. That's more than $1,000 a month for them to let you have permission to be there. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But they also know, and I want you to think about this too. Most people, not all, never can put any category of all. Most people are going to settle and move to within 60 miles from where they grew up. Why? Because it's familiar. It's what they know. Why do you think when a lot of prisoners get out of prison, right? They get out of prison, they've done their time, they're free now. Where do they go? They go right back to the area where they were before. Why wouldn't they move? Why wouldn't you, you would think, I got to get away from this. No, they go right back to what's familiar. That's what people do. So that's why when I tell you guys, when SHTF does happen and on a major scale, there's not going to be the golden horde of people traveling out there taking everything from everybody. That's not going to happen. It's not, because people are going to stay where they're comfortable. They're going to stay where they are familiar, what they're used to. They're not coming out in the middle of the woods. They're not. You know. Oh, he's from Massachusetts. Okay, he's from Massachusetts. All right, I thought it said was Maine. Okay, so Massachusetts, but still, that's crazy for taxes. And but it is, like I said. But anyway, so when you hear these different things about, oh my God, you're going to have millions of people heading out into, and you know what, you might get some that will. They're not going to last long, guaranteed, guaranteed. When you are in unfamiliar territory and don't know what to do and how to survive and what to do, I'm going to give you another great example of that, and I'm going to always use myself as an example. Now, I grew up on a farm as a kid, all right? So we had cows and chickens and ducks and all that kind of stuff. Did all that kind of stuff. I baled hay, was out hunting at like 8 and 9 years old, did all that type of stuff. But then we moved, and we moved into suburbia, and then we, lived in the cities for a little while, and pretty much in suburbia growing up. And then when I was married and stuff, and I was in suburbia and doing all that, when I made the change and I wanted to come out here and totally change my lifestyle, I didn't come out here with a whole ton of skills. I didn't. I didn't have those skills. I was a nurse. That's it. Period. Prepper nurse one, because I'm a nurse. That's what I did. I've been doing nursing for 30 freaking years. So, that's my skill set. That's what I had. I had to learn, but I'm stubborn. I'm bullheaded. My one buddy tells me I'm a rockhead. He goes, because once you dig your heels in, there's no turning you back, and that's the way that I am. So I learned. most people are not willing to learn. They don't want to learn. They don't want to change. They want to stay with what's comfortable. They don't want to take chances of doing something different because it's scary. Change is scary, you know. Now, I will tell you right now, um, here in Alabama, if you are disabled and you homesteaded, there are no taxes. That's awesome, Anthony. That's good. That's good to hear. There are incentives. We have the STAR program in New York. You know, when large numbers of people migrate to find supplies and resources, it's very seldom peaceful. Exactly. And the thing is, too, Bizarizajizza, that's funny that you said that because what will happen is if that did start to happen and they started migrating out of the cities, right? They started migrating out of the cities. They're going to meet resistance. People are not going to say, hey, come on in and take all my crops and my farms. Their numbers are going to be greatly reduced. So the farther that they go out, the more resistance they're going to meet. And again, once people realize that there's issues, they're going to band together those country towns and they're going to fight these people. So it's not going to be as easy as people have this delusion to think that it's going to be. It's not. You know, it's not going to be an easy thing at all. So that's why I would rather be as far out as I possibly can, away from all that chaos. So when that chaos ensues and everybody's trying to get out and all the ways out of these cities are at a stalemate, you know, it's nuts. Now on Angry Prepper, there's so much cursing. Yes, he does. He has the Angry Prepper uses very colorful language. That is his style. That's who he is. I have me personally, I don't have any issue with it. It's just words. But for my channel here, I made a conscious decision not to, and that's what I do here on this channel, because if you're going to watch with your grandchildren and you don't want your grandchildren to hear that kind of language, you're not going to hear it on my channel. I think Angry Prepper's awesome. He's got a different style, but if you got little kids around, you probably don't want them, listening in while you're watching the Angry Prepper. But he's a good dude. He's a good dude, and he's very sincere and he's very genuine, and that's what I love about the Angry Prepper. So anyway, we're talking here. Bizarizajiz is in the house. North Shore Preparedness just put his link up here, so we're gonna give him a shout out real quick. He is started his Carrington Chronicles again, so just started to back up. His newest episode just came up. Go over, check him out, show him some support. Of course, tell him Prepper Nurse One sent you over. He knows because he's here in the chats a lot, so he knows I give him shout outs quite a bit. Angry Prepper's another great guy. He is standing up for his beliefs, and I respect that as well. And he is. I think he is on unpaid leave at the moment, or I think he's trying to either fight it as much as he can, or he's going to have to retire. And that hurts him financially. But I also respect him making a stand for what he believes in and not laying down like a lot of people lay down. See, here's the best part, and he even said it. I was watching his live stream the other day, and he was saying that all these people said, "Yeah, we're not gonna," right? Get the, but what did they do at the last minute to save their job? They caved and they went and did it. That's exactly, that's exactly what they did. But he didn't. He stuck by his guns, said, "This is what I'm not going to do," and I absolutely respect that. So he's got my respect all the way with that. So, but so all right, what we're gonna do, because I get way off if I don't. We're gonna go ahead and do the egg count. So we have 717 in the chat. So again, real quick, I'm gonna ask for a thumbs up if you have not given one yet. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms, and so thank you for that reason as well. And also, if I like to see a lot of thumbs up, so make sure you shoot those thumbs up, and I appreciate that. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So let's go ahead here, and we're gonna do the egg count. I'll give you guys a minute to get your guesses up. All right. I saw the right answer really early in the chat. April Carey, I believe is what her last name. April Carey. If you had the same guess as her with 3 eggs, that's where we were at today. There, like I said, it's just so I have one of my hens had a lot of her feathers were gone. And boy, I'll tell you what, within the last 2 days, there's a lot of feathers coming in because we have had snow 2 days in a row, and it's getting colder. Like I said, today I think it might have hit 41 for a high today, but for the most part of the day, it was under 40 degrees here, and because that is generally in town. Because of our elevation, and actually, I'll tell you what the thing says right now. We'll take a look at that just for fun. Let's see. Right now, it is 36 degrees. We're going to be going down to about 27 degrees. It'll be 27 at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, it's chilly. So, we have, got the wood stove going. It's nice and toasty in the house, and that's a good thing. And so that's what we do. But yeah, so they're, like I said, they're molting. A lot of the girls are growing new feathers. And so, but Ed, will you ever get quail? You know what, Jamie? I'm not sure if I will or not. I've heard that they're great for ticks. So if I do get quail, I'll probably get them in West Virginia down there, and I will do that. So I wanted to tell you guys. So since we're having here and we're having a nice little so before I go further, real quickly, I want to mention my website. PrepperNurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse One community there. So I know there's been a lot of new influx of people that don't know about the Prepper Nurse One community. It's a resource that we have set up on my website at PrepperNurse1.com for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. It's totally free to join. It does not cost anything. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. All right. So it's basically an email and that type of stuff, and whatever name you're going to use in there for that chat. But go in, read the message boards, try to find somebody in your area or part of the world or part of the country, and that's how you can do that. There, like I said, it's a resource that we set up for you guys. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store, and they actually just changed their name. It's Forefather Organics is what they just changed their name to, but it's still Forefathers. You'll see the logo on my channel. You click on that, it will take you over to their website. And once you're over there, if you decide to make a purchase of a CBD or hemp product, when you check out, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1, which is the number 1, not O&E. You'll save yourself 15% on your purchase. So that's definitely something I want you to take advantage of. All right. But also on my website, PrepperNurse1.com, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food. So you go in, you'll click on store, it will drop down, you'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that, what we have available is there. All right, so definitely take advantage of that as well. 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Gluten options are available. It is vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. So definitely take advantage of that. Does CBD help with back pain? Angry Homesteader. Yes, it does. I use it myself because, as you guys know, I'm a cancer survivor. So if I overdo it, I do get back pain, and it definitely has helped me relieve that back pain. So I'm not going to recommend something that I don't use myself. Legacy Foods. Okay, hold on before we see Heather. There we go. Legacy Foods. It is part of my long-term food storage. It's going to be part of my long-term food storage. So obviously we have visitors. We have Heather and Stella.
Yes, here you can see I got it all charged up for you.
The little girl. Here she is. So anyway, so how was Heather this evening?
Heather is okay.
Yeah, enjoying the weather.
Oh yeah. So give me it back.
I give her back to you. So that's her baby. So what have you been doing, Heather, with your time? Oh, we did get a package in the mail. Did you want to?
Should I go grab it?
Well, I mean, if you want to.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have the name in my head, but whoever sent me some beading materials, I thought that was very nice, and I appreciated that quite a bit. So thank you.
Yeah,
It's a very
somebody
nice birthday gift.
sent Heather a birthday present
I
of
just can't
beads.
remember the name off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens.
There you go.
But she's like, "What? That's it?"
But I've been
That's all I get?
actually working on a larger order that I got, so it's been taking a while. But that's okay.
There's Mr. Caesar. So those of you who say I ignore my other animal or other dogs, other than you got to understand, Hella is a big galoot. Hella will push. Like if I'm petting one of the other dogs, Hella will get in the way and push them out of the way because she wants all the attention. So, I am encouraged by you and how you interact with others, Robert Clancy. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Well, like I said, I'm a big believer. I sent you 2 packs of beads, Elsa Taylor.
I say yes. Thank you. That must have been who it was. So thank
All right,
you.
thank you very much. I appreciate that for you thinking of Heather. Um, I believe in being honest. I'm never going to BS you guys. I'm going to say it like it is. Some people like that. Some people don't like that. I know that my ex mother-in-law did not like the fact that I said it like it was. She never liked me because I was. I don't. I don't know how to beat around the bush. Let's just put it like that. I am straight up. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. Always have been. Always will be. That. Oh, well, I did it on purpose because that freaking it's like an oven with that on.
I'm chilly.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nice to see you again.
Goodbye.
So, too funny. All right. So, I want to give you guys an update too. Yep, one that does the same and they are all jealous of each other. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The dogs are. Everybody wants the attention. They all want the attention. So, and how are you going to manage your preps at the new place? Are you bringing stuff back and forth? Mary Lab. That's a great question, Mary, and thank you for asking that. So, what I'm going to be working on down in West Virginia is having a community down there, like we have our small community up here. I have people that, when SHTF worst case scenario does happen, they're coming here that are locally in this area. I plan on doing the same thing in West Virginia. I've actually have a few people that want to come and live at the homestead full time. So we're working that out. We're talking, and so we're gonna go from there. So we'll there hopefully once we get things developed down there and get set up, there will be somebody there all the time. So I will definitely have some preps down in West Virginia. I will also have preps here in New York. So um, that's the way we're going to do that. I will be going back and forth. Is Dennis your neighbor? Yes, Dennis lives behind me with Greg and Chris. So I want to give you guys some news, okay? And this is and so first of all, let me you always give credit where credit's due. I'm a huge believer in that. So I'm gonna go first of all go out and say that my electrician that I have in my group is absolutely awesome. Okay, his name is Brian, and he is, you know, Ed, do you still have a full-time job? Sunset Hosta Farm. No, I retired 3.5 years ago. So I have I strictly work on my properties. Now, properties, there's 2 of them. Work on that and do YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah, I had always said if the channel, YouTube, got big enough that I could afford not to go work for anybody else anymore, that's what I was going to do. And, it was always either I had the time and no money or I had the money and no time. So, I decided once I got to a point where the channel was doing okay, that I could survive, that, I would just focus on working on my properties. And that's what I've been able to do. And I'm very blessed. I will be 100% honest with you. I'm very blessed. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody gets to do what they love. And I am very flappy, as any of you guys that watch the channel know. I love to talk. I will talk prepping till I am blue in the face. Any of you out there that have met me in public, I will sit there and I'll talk and talk and talk about prepping there as well. I love it, so yeah, making millions. Yeah, I wish I was making millions. That would be nice. Some of those channels, guys, that are up there that got $400,000-500,000, they're definitely making bank. I have told you guys many, many times, if I get to that point where I'm making that kind of money, and that, down the road, who knows? My game plan is to give back. That's what I plan on doing. Absolutely 100% plan on giving back, helping other YouTubers that are trying to live off grid. That's my goal, because so many people will start, realize that it's very, very difficult to do, and they go back on grid usually within a year. They can't handle it, just can't handle it. So I'm going to give you an update. So I'm going to give you an update. So somebody was asking about with my property in West. Okay, my property here in New York is bought and paid for. I bought it privately through an individual here in New York. Okay. In West Virginia, I did the same exact thing. I have a private mortgage with the people that I bought the property from. So no bank in either case. We have a agreeable interest rate, and I did it over a 5-year term for my property in West Virginia. So within 5 years, it will be completely paid for, and that will be that. So, and if I get the opportunity to pay it off sooner, I would love to be able to do that. We'll see what happens. But so I want to give you guys an update. So my electrician that's part of my group up here in New York, that's his small camper over on the side. He has supplies in that camper. He also has a larger camper, so he's basically using that camper as storage to have supplies on site and stuff like that. Margie, obviously, you guys know, has the storage building behind here. That's her building, and she has a lot of supplies in that one. But Brian is unbelievably smart gentleman. He's married, got a son. Good people. I like them all. They're awesome. But anyway, so he contacted me yesterday, and I had talked about the other day. I'm setting up a 48-volt system in West Virginia. I have a 24-volt system here in New York. The reason I'm going 48-volt in West Virginia, it's more efficient. So from day one, I said I'm going to go with a 48-volt system down there. The priority in the spring is two things. Okay, I got the camper is on site down there. We've cleared out an area to get the camper set up. There's a lot of work to be done. So the priorities to start out in the spring is power and water, right? So what I did is he contacted me yesterday, and I was talking about a 48-volt battery is going to be about $2,700 for one battery. So he sent me a link yesterday of a gentleman that rebuilds 48-volt batteries, all brand new cells, the whole 9 yards, and sells them for a reasonable price. So he sends me the link, and I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I am going to go ahead, and again, with everything going on in our society and the craziness and everything like that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bite the bullet. And I did use a credit card. I'd be 100% honest with you guys. I'm never going to lie to you. I bought two batteries. They were about $900 a piece. With shipping and taxes, it ends up being about $2,200 for those two 48-volt batteries. They're coming here. Then I went out and I bought a charge controller inverter combination, and that was like another $900. That's coming here also. Then I ordered 6 340-watt solar panels, brand new. I don't want to get used ones that you're buying somebody else's problems. You can go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do. That's your choice. But I went and bought 6 340-watt panels to set up down there. They're obviously going to be on the way as well. And then I had to buy a 30-amp breaker, cable, and then a box to put everything in there. So I wanted to get those things in place here. So when the time comes and I go to West Virginia and I'm going to set up my power system down there, I already have it here. It's already here. So what I'm going to do, um, no, they're not lead acid. No, I'm absolutely never going to go with lead acid ever again. They are lithium ion. So that's the way I'm going to go with the batteries. And but so anyway, so those batteries are going to be coming. And I will have all those supplies here. I can take the winter and work on paying that all off, but then it's already here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about in the spring, oh my god, I got to come up with this. Are these things going to be available? How much more expensive are they going to be by then? And so this way I got it. When I'm ready to make that trip down there, I just load it up in the truck and away we go. And so that's what I am doing. So as those things come in, I will show you them. I will show you them as they come in. But that is what we're doing. We're getting ready, and so yes, yep, yep, yeah. I will show you everything when they come in. I will show you all of that when it comes in. But so I got a good price on the batteries, so I'm not unhappy about that. And so they're going to be a little bit easier to move. And you know, Sally says need a Legacy Foods update again. Sally, like I've been telling everybody, as far as when is the next trip scheduled? I will be going down in a few weeks, Bizza, but I'm going to be going down. I'm taking Becky down to see the property. We're just going to go down for a couple of days, and that's a couple of weeks out. And then once we go there, I have a buddy of mine that's having a get together in another part of West Virginia at his retreat. We're going to go there on, I think we're going to go on the Saturday. We're going to spend Saturday night and then come back home on the Sunday. But when we go to that location, you can't even get cell service where they're at. So, um, is Brian going to hook this up in West Virginia? Great question. Actually, him and I talked, and so he said, I can walk you through it. And then we were talking, and he said, what he's going to do is he's going to come down, but I'm going to hook everything up. But he's going to be there to make sure I hook it all up the right way and stuff like that. Because what is the best way, realistically, to learn anything? That's hands on. So, that's what we're planning on doing as far as that goes. So, like I said, he's an awesome dude. He's a great guy. If you can get yourself an electrician in your group when it comes to an SHTF group, I highly, highly recommend you have one because he has been a lifesaver. So, you know. But anyway, what I want to do now, because of course the time's getting away like it always does, we're gonna do some shout outs. I want to make sure I do some shout outs, okay? And so we're gonna do that right now and try to remember everybody. It doesn't always work. I've already done Bizza. I talked about him earlier in the stream. He's got his Carrington Chronicles continuing, and he also has another series that he did before then. So definitely go over and listen to those. Very informative, very interesting, very, very realistic. So definitely check out his series. It's a lot of fun. Also, we have 80K Man is in the house as well, and he is up in the Adirondacks, and he has videos that he does. We have Icky Can Off Grid up in Canada. JJ just threw his link up here, and he is a good dude up in Canada. Somebody was saying he hasn't posted in a while. Possibly that is the case. I don't know. We have, sticking with Canada, we have Alaskan Prepper. Awesome, awesome guy. He just put a video up. He just did a huge Costco haul. I think he did like a $1,500 Costco haul. We have Bushcraft Bear over in La Palma in the Canary Islands. A lot of great information of what is going on. Things are getting worse over there with the island. Oh, I'm gonna be doing a video about something very, very interesting about that as well. But Bushcraft Bear is awesome, giving updates, and you can see it's really starting to get to him because it's not stopping. It is now, worse than the 71 and the 1949 volcanoes over there. Pinball Preparedness, he's a great channel. Gray Man Prepping. We have Sean James also up in Canada. He has Sean James and he has My Self Reliance. We have Bear Independent. The Uneducated Economist is another great channel. Also, oh gosh, we have Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Adam and Dax. Doug and Stacy, they have a great channel. If somebody, Lori just put that up there. Doug and Stacy, yes, love Doug and Stacy. Good people, a lot of good information. Green Greg's also. We have Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. It's another really good channel. A lot of good information there. Wrangle Star. And I don't know if like somebody had mentioned it to me. Wrangle Star's father recently passed away, and I watched the video that he had done after that, and it really touched my heart. I'll be honest with you, because he was just raw and emotional, and just he was crying on the video, and him and his sister were able to be there as their father passed away, and I thought that that was absolutely awesome. Survival Lily is also a fantastic channel. You have Bush Radical and his wife, Girl in the Woods. Those are two really good channels. A lot of really good information. North Shore Preparedness as well. That's another. She's one of my moderators. Has a channel. I think it's a her. I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I know I have women and men that moderate the channel, but I believe that that is a female. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. It has been known to happen. So. But also camping with Steve. Love camping with Steve. I love watching his stuff. He's also up in Canada. Really cool guy. A lot of good information. Watching him doing the different stuff, stealth camping. A lot of fun. And that's a fun channel. That is a fun. North Shore Sean. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. You know what? Somebody else I thought had a channel as well. So I'm wrong. So it's North Shore Preparedness is a dude. So sorry about that. My bad. Um, Again, we have St. Bernard Acres with Joe. Yes, I know Joe personally. Have not met Joe yet, but Joe's awesome. Corporal's Corner is another one. Good channel, watching different stuff. It's really fun. Deep South Homestead, the Neary. What is that? One of you guys are going to pop this up for me. Um, what is that channel with her husband was killed in the automobile accident? We have Alaskan Granny. Yes, I did. I did. I mentioned Alaskan Prepper. Didn't mention Alaskan Granny. And also we have Canadian Prepper is also a real good channel for information as well. Let's see. Needy Homestead. Yes, thank you, Candace. I was blanking on that one. Great channel. Awesome. And so really down to earth people. And like I said, I think we should be all supporting each other. I think that's really important that we do that, and so let's definitely do that. I think I mentioned Green Greg's already. Southern Prepper One is another one that comes to mind. Also, I'm trying to think what is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Suspicious Observer is another one. They do a lot of the stuff on the earthquakes and all those type of things. So those are definitely channels, that I would recommend. Demcad, yes, I like Demcad. Gray Man Prepping, I did mention him earlier. So again, a lot of great channels out there. We should all be supporting each other. So I'm going to ask you guys to do that. Tell them that Prepper Nurse One, sent you when you go over there. Mary Greeley News, yep, I like to watch her as well. She's right up on there with Yellowstone. She's really into that. She's a lot of information. So I'm going to do a video tomorrow, and I'm actually going to write this down while I'm thinking about it so I don't forget. So hold on, let me get a back of something here. I'm gonna write this down because I don't want to forget. There's an interesting video I want you guys to watch tomorrow. Uh, So there's this video that I'm going to do tomorrow. It's going to be related to La Palma and what's going on over there. Really interesting information that I want to share with you guys, and I don't want to give it away in here. So you're going to have to watch for that for tomorrow. But and I wanted to write it down because if I don't write it down while it's right here in my brain, yes, I am a lefty. Yep, I am a lefty. My mother said up until the age of 5, I was ambidextrous, so I used both. And then at 5, I went predominantly left. And so I have been left-handed ever since. Now, if you go back in history, all right, so here's a couple good jokes for you. All right, this the first one is the best one. Left-handed people are the only people that are in their right mind. Why is that? I think I did say pinball preparedness as well, guys. You know, um, but left-handed people are the only people that are in their right mind because the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. The left side of your brain controls the right side of your body. So people that are left-handed, we are the only ones in our right mind. I don't know. That's very funny. I thought so. But if you go back in history, my grandfather was brought up in the Megiddo Mission. Okay, it was a whacked out religious cult, if you will, and my grandfather was left-handed. Well, they beat him and made him write with his right hand because in that generation and time frame, being left-handed was a sign of the devil. I think, which is absolutely ridiculous. It just predominantly most people are right-handed. Very few of us are left-handed. Everything is made for right-handed people. Everything. So uh, I am ambidextrous. That's awesome. Well, I can still use. I've written right-handed. I just did it for fun to see if I could do it, but you know, well, no wonder I'm confused. Vicky says that's freaking hilarious. So, but yeah, so it's just yeah, it's just the way it is. But yes, I am a lefty, and Jennifer says lefty here too. Goldie lefty. There you go. That's cool. But everything is made for right-handed people, which always pissed me off. Like when we were kids, and you had your pencils and you were writing, and as a left-handed person, you had to overcompensate with your wrist, and that's why our writing is so bad because when you wrote across, you smeared and you would get that mark all on your hand because you would smear all your words that you had just written. So tell me I'm wrong, left-handed people, because you know I'm right. Left-handed is a sign of being left-handed. I like that, Paul. That's awesome. Yeah. So, but my wife is left-handed, and we didn't work well together. Well, that I don't think it had anything to do with her being left-handed. I know a lot of right-handed people that they don't get along with each other either. It happens. You have good old number 2 graphite pencils. Yes, indeed. 80K man. So now we're dating ourselves there, 80K man. We're definitely dating ourselves with, but yeah. But yeah, that's smear the crap out of it. So you overcompensated, and then the writing took a header. It's not very pleasant. So left-handed pencils. Now, oh, of course, and then the binder, the way it's set up, right? That's on this side. So if you're right-handed, it's wonderful. Go this way, never hit the binder, the center thing, the spiral for your what you're writing on. But when you're left-handed, you sure do. So too funny. Oh yeah, it's just. But everything was made for right-handed people, which always pissed me off. Uh, a gunsmith friend was left-handed, redesigned government 45 pistols for lefties. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, like I said, they're not set up for left-handed people. It's just not what they do. So, all right. So what we're gonna do now, guys? What are we at? We got 524. We're at 605. Okay, let's just say for fun. Let's see if we can hit 700. I know that's a shot, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see if we can get 700 thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. Let's see if we can hit that number of 700. I think it'll be a fun challenge for us all. Um, Again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, it's better for the channel and it pushes us up higher in the ranking. So I thank you for that reason as well. Oh, scissors are horrible. Yeah, scissors for left-handed people absolutely suck. Yeah, not fun at all. Uh, Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So I got to say it because everybody's saying it in the comments, and I did say it in my video earlier today. Let's go, Brandon! Woohoo! I think it is freaking hilarious. In a way that you can do that, and it's being able to be said in public in any setting, and you're not flipping out. Well, I'm sure you're offending people. Of course, liberals with a probably can't handle it. I got to go into a safe space. I don't care. If they don't like it, that's too bad. But I have a tendency to think that the majority of the people that watch this channel are on the more conservative side. That would be my guess. We have a different mindset. DeSantis said it publicly today. Oh my God, that's awesome. DeSantis destroyed Fauci today. Good. Fauci's a snake. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Fauci is a rat, not a snake. He's a rat. So, Francine, Ed, you are cute. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. So I got to show you. I got to show the guns off real quick. I've been moving all this freaking gravel and stuff. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad for 56. Pretty good shape. Better shape than a lot of these younger kids out there. I'm telling you right now, that will keep you young. Stay active. That will keep you young, guaranteed. So, and but anyway, we are going to do We Are Legion. So what are we at? 644. So let's keep those thumbs up going. Let's see if we can hit 700 on the thumbs up. But we are Legion because we are many. The good Legion, like the Roman Legion, like the American Legion, not the bad biblical Legion. So we're good. So anyway, guys, where is everybody from tonight? Let us do that. And so we have upstate South Carolina. We have Maine, Lakeland, Florida, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Waterloo, New York, Western New York, Ohio, Missouri and the Ozarks, BC, Canada, Texas, Cape Cod, Northeast Texas, Alabama, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, Edgewater, Florida, Ulster Park, New York, Eastern Oregon, so Iowa. We have Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Mesa, Arizona, Hillman, Michigan, Denver, Colorado, Florida, Louisiana, North Central Texas, Beech Grove, Indiana, New Mexico, Troy, North Carolina, Connecticut, Virginia, Georgia, Nowhere, Oklahoma, still my favorite name, Melbourne, Australia. Hold on a second. Let me go back to that real quick. Philip, where were you? How come you weren't first? What's wrong with you tonight? Melbourne, Australia in the house. Philip, love you, man. St. Augustine, Florida, Kansas, Illinois, Juliet, Illinois, Tennessee. Let's see here. We have Phoenix, or Pahonix. You'd have to know the joke from that commercial. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, northeastern Texas, North Highlands of California, Idlewild, California, very nice. South Carolina. Let's see. We have Castle Rock, Colorado, Guam in the U.S. Very cool. Glad you're here. Northern Alabama, Kansas, Norway's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Central Iowa, East Central Illinois, Gatlin, Pennsylvania. We have Chesapeake, Virginia, Michigan in the Lower Peninsula. Very nice. We have Maryland, 80K man up in the Adirondacks. And I'm not going to say go Bills. I like the Bills. I like the team. They're a good team. We have Scotland's in the house. John's here. Thank you for being here, John. I appreciate it. Union City, Pennsylvania. Bloomington, Indiana. Very nice. Let's see. Southwest Dayton County, Texas. Very nice. Doug is in the house. So again, guys, we're all over the world. We're all over the country. We're a huge network of people. We're a huge family. And that's really what we are. We are the ones that are awake. We are the ones that are ready. We will continue to be ready. We will continue to prepare. And that's what we all should be doing. Just doing the best that you can to protect your families. And I know I had a conversation with Asif the other day because, he has my number and we've talked on the phone, but we were texting and he had said he got into prepping, after watching my channel. He's been prepping now for 2 years. And I said, I bet you're in a lot better shape than you were 2 years ago. He says, oh, you know it. But he talks a lot to family members and stuff as well and encourages them to do the same thing, which I think is awesome. And that's how it should be. We should be trying to encourage everybody that we can, you know. And I know it puts you at risk when you do that, but the more people that we wake up, the more people that we talk to that actually wake up and start prepping, that's one less victim. And I think that that's important to do. Okay. So, anyway, so what are we at? 662 on the thumbs up. So we need another 38. 38 more, guys. We got to see if we can hit 700. I know we can do it. I know you guys can hit 700 for me. So if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, let's do that, please, to show support for the channel. Let's see if we can bust that 700 number. So anyway, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. Unbelievable, but true. We all bleed red. It's weird as that sounds. When we stop letting them manipulate us, meaning big business and government and the media, putting it out there constantly that we should all be hating each other. When we don't hate each other and we work together, it would be amazing what we can accomplish. I want to thank my moderators also, who do a fantastic job with the channel. They are wonderful, keeping the chat clean. So thank you guys for doing what you do. I do appreciate that. You guys are amazing. I want to thank all of you for being here. You guys are fantastic as well. These chats wouldn't happen if you were not here. So I thank you all for being here and thank you for the support for the channel as well. What are we at? 684 now. We need 16 more thumbs up, guys. 16 more. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. That's hugely, hugely important. Life is so short. We never know what's going to happen. Cherish every minute. Like my mom is 78. Who knows how much longer I'm going to have her, but I'm going to enjoy every minute that I do have her, and be there for each other. Also remember STD, and also remember we are less than 4,000 subscribers away. When I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will have STD tattooed on my body. I don't know where yet, but I will do that when I hit 100,000 subscribers. So step, thing, and day, STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. You don't have to use it for prepping and living off grid. You can use that acronym for everything that you are trying to accomplish in life. Anything. What are we at? 692. We need 8 more, guys. 8 more thumbs up to hit 700. So let's do that, please. Labatt's keeps mom healthy. Yeah, it sure does. She likes her Labatt's. There's no doubt about that. Again, whatever you're trying to do, the only person stopping you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you are going to be just fine. Keep prepping. Don't ever stop prepping. Continue to get ready, and you're going to be much better. Yep, 704 already. Awesome. See, I knew putting it at a higher level, you guys could reach it. I knew you guys could reach it. You guys are awesome. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here for now. I hope everybody's having a great day. Remember, again, tomorrow, live stream, members only, all membership levels, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I will see you, those of you that are members. I will see you then. So Cherokee Man 71, hopefully you can make it to the private chat tomorrow. We will be doing that, and it's going to be all membership levels tomorrow. So I will see you guys all later. I hope everybody has a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.